Hey everyone, my name is Emily.
My name is Rachel.
And together we are Soulmates Podcast. Our podcast covers K-pop, K-dramas, anime, lots of food that we happen to like and rank. Just a whole lot of fun, friendship, conventions. Did I miss anything?
Drama.
Not
about us, but.
No, about the industry.
Yes.
But yeah, we have episodes every Friday. And you can find us at anchor.fm/Soulmates Podcast. And it's spelled like the city in South Korea because we're smart.
So smart.
Why don't you tell everyone where else they can find us?
You can also find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page also at Soulmates Podcast. We have an Instagram where we have a link tree with all of our account information. So if Instagram is easier for you, you can follow us there also at Soulmates Podcast. And we have a YouTube channel where we have some videos of our travels and eating adventures. And you can find us there also at Soulmates Podcast.
Great. So today we're going to be talking about K-drama adaptations of manga. It is a very specific category, I think, that people who are our audience would be very interested in. So we decided to go into this very niche little corner of adaptations. So let's get started. So the first one up is The Liar and His Lover. It's also known as Lovely Love Lie, but it's more commonly called The Liar and His Lover. It's a 2017 romantic comedy, and it stars Joy from Red Velvet because she can sing her ass off. And, I mean, there's already three guitars right there, so you know it's about music.
Yeah. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. So heartbroken genius composer Kong meets the talented singer and student Yoon while he's living under a hidden identity. With her courageous honesty and beautiful singing, she draws him back time and time again. Along the way, they meet obstacles as she starts her career in the music industry and begins to uncover his lies. Drama. Let's watch the trailer for it. Ready?
Yes.
내가 할 일은 내 머릿속에 있는 소리를 완벽하게 재현하는 거예요. 다시요.
K가 작곡이랑 프로듀싱에 집중해준 덕분에 더 좋은 곡이 나오는 것 같고요.
네 아버지, 강현우 씨가 작곡 너도 참여하고 싶지 않을까 해서.
저 아버지랑 달라요. 내가 만든 음악을 남들이 만든 것처럼 빼앗기진 않을 거라고요.
얘네가 걔네지? 고3 학년 평균 다 깎아먹는 봉선생 내 반 3인조. 야, 윤소리! 일로 와!
넌 노래 부르면서 살팔자라고 엄마가 그랬으니까.
지금 네가 열심히 하고 있는 그 음악 때문에 옆에 있는 사람이 비참하게 만든다는 거야.
나 어떡하지? 나 누구 좋아하게 된 것 같아. 혹시 첫눈에 반한다는 말 믿으세요?
야, 무슨 일이야? 신곡 유출이라니.
비위 좀 맞춰주다가 지워달라고 설득해보려고.
엄마가 그 사람 만나게 해준 거지.
작전은 잘 끝냈냐? 다시 만나고 싶어서 일부러 얘기 안 한 거 아니겠지?
오늘에서야 알았어. 널 만나고 싶었다니.
즐거움엔 끝이 없다. TVN.
Alright, so this one is No Dame Cantabile. It was adapted as Nail's Cantabile.
Cantabile.
It was a 2014 coming-of-age drama, and because it was released in 2014, you will have to excuse the trailer we're going to show you after this slide, because they did not make HD trailers back in 2014, which is when we graduated undergrad. So, calling this out. This is a co-production of Drama Fever, which, rest in peace, is no longer a company anymore, but it was an American company, and Group 8, which is a South Korean company. So I'm going to read to you the synopsis, and if you notice my eyes over here, it's because I'm reading off another screen, so don't judge me. All right. Yoojin is a university student majoring in piano. He has a world-famous pianist father and is very talented, but his one weakness is that he can't ride in an airplane or boat due to a childhood trauma. Wow.
I know.
Because of this, he is unable to travel to Europe to learn conducting. Nail, also a piano major, lives next door. She is in love with him, and he's annoyed by that. Their piano instructor pairs them together for a duet. Of course, that happens. And they learn to work together.
I mean, is there a more K-drama plot?
I know.
Okay, let's watch the pixelated trailer.
죄다 엉터리야. 전부! 엉클도 싫다, 상도 싫다, 곤초로 뜨고 대충 선생은 개무시!
피아노가 그렇게 싫으면 너가 정말 원하는 지휘과로 전과하든가.
지금 내 마음을 훔쳐갔습니다.
우리 과에 아주 특이한 학생 하나 있는데 둘이 붙여가지고 이중전 모습이
난 사랑에 빠진 거예요.
아니야, 사랑 아니야!
정말 기억 안 나요? 어젯밤 무슨 일이 있었는지?
꺼져, 이 쓰레기녀야!
머릿속에서만 아니라 진짜 지휘를 하고 싶지 않아?
That was loud. So the next K-drama is Liar Game. It is another 2014 drama, but this is a mystery thriller. And as far as I could find, this was the only adaptation of this manga, which I found kind of surprising because there's a lot of anime that have similar premises of like the most dangerous game, like you have to play and risk your life, but the rewards are so great.
Kind of sounds like the anime Kakegurui, I think.
Yeah, kind of. I think of the anime with the really ugly ass art style that I cannot remember, where it was like a betting game, and so I'm sorry, I'm blanking, but it reminds me a lot of that. He had a really big nose.
Oh.
We watched it when we were in college. That's probably why I can't remember, because we're so old. But the plot goes as follows. Namta Jung is an innocent college student who passes a hidden camera audition and is invited to join the reality show Liar Game, a psychological survival game wherein participants trick each other and the winner gets 10 billion won, which is roughly $9.3 million. Nothing to scoff at. Tempted by the chance to pay off her debts, Da Jung joins the game and gets conned out of the initial money she's given. In desperation, she asks genius ex-con swindler and former psychology professor Ha Woo-jin to help her win the game. I mean, that sounds very exciting.
It does. Very high stakes.
Yes.
사람이 사람을 믿는 게 잘못된 건가요?
돈 앞에서 사람의 본성은 드러납니다. 아니라고요?
왜 믿지 못하냐고? 믿고 싶으니까 의심하는 거야.
끝없는 배신과 반전. 그러나 필승법은 있다.
극한 심리 주작극 라이어 게임.
This dubstep.
I know.
You can tell it was 2014. Okay. Oh,
all right.
I love this one.
So this is Absolute Boyfriend, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. It was adapted as My Absolute Boyfriend, and it's a 2019 romantic comedy, so still fairly new, still fairly recent. The synopsis is, Dada is a special effects makeup artist. She is secretly dating popular actor Ma Wang-jun. After 7 years, he dumps her. Ouch. And that is when 09, a humanoid robot who is programmed to be in love with his one and only girlfriend, appears in her life. Don't we all wish we had a 09? An accidental kiss activates 09, and he thinks Dada is his girlfriend. As Dada and 09 get closer and fall for each other, people from her past throw obstacles in the couple's way. Throughout the series, 09 shows what true love is as he learns about love and becomes the absolute boyfriend.
The original manga, when it came out in the early aughts, I bought every single volume and kept them very near and dear to my heart. It is a funny, heartwarming, silly drama and manga.
Yeah, that looks like a great time.
This one is not so romantic. This one is City Hunter. It is adapted with the same title as the manga, and it's a 2011 action thriller. There are 70-minute episodes with this, so prepare yourself for the long haul. Make sure you get comfortable because like these are longer than even normal K-drama episodes. I can't imagine how much stuff is in one episode of City Hunter. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I also really like that the manga is so 80s, like so unbelievably late 80s, early 90s. The show obviously sets it not then. So the plot summary. In 1983, South Korea sent an undercover military unit to North Korea on a top secret mission. On their way home, the special agents were mercilessly killed as part of a cover-up. Years later, the mission's sole survivor, Jin Pyo, and his adopted son, Yoon Sung, returned to South Korea to exact revenge on the 5 men behind the betrayal. One by one, Young Sung exposes his target's crimes and delivers them to the dodged prosecutor. Jin Pyo, however, is out for blood, putting father and son at dangerous odds as the stakes rise and the targets hit closer and closer to home. I promise you I can read. I promise, okay? Let's watch the trailer.
Abandoned by your parents, without a home, without people to care for you. You should have died. But instead, you fought.
He has a
Your entire life has brought you to this moment. Do not fail yourself. Do not fail your family. Now the time has come for you to prove. You have made me proud, my son. To never forget who you are.
Now, there is another adaptation of City Hunter, and I believe it's a movie, and it stars Jackie Chan, and it's in the 90s.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you're looking for more of a retro feel, you should look that up too.
Okay, Boys Over Flowers. You have probably watched an adaptation of this before. It's an extremely popular and very, very highly rated manga adaptation in general. This one that we're going to cover is from 2009, and obviously Boys Over Flowers is a romantic comedy. There are not only Korean adaptations, but Japanese and Taiwanese adaptations of this manga as well. The synopsis is as such. Gum Jandi is a girl from a poor family but has an unrivaled sense of optimism and drive, and is by chance admitted to a prestigious private high school. There she meets the infamous group of 4 astonishingly good-looking and rich boys who are known as F4. The group's leader is Koo Junpyo, who is a spoiled heir to world-leading conglomerate Shinhwa. He is joined by mysterious and breathlessly handsome Yun Ji-hoo, So Lee-jong, and Song Woo-bin. Their love story moves from Seoul to New Caledonia to Macau. Exotic locales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love Boys Over Flowers. It's just one of those, like, when you think shoujo, you think of Boys Over Flowers.
Yes.
This isn't the trailer. I could not find a good quality version of the trailer.
금잔디
왜? 뭐 하려고 또?
내 말 똑똑히 들어. 딱 한 번만 말할 거니까
진짜 잘 들어. 금잔디, 너 나랑
I know.
Incredible.
His hair.
His hair is so beautiful. Like, hair goals.
쟤 또 뭐라는 거야?
야, 안 타?
People are losing their mind.
토요일 4시 남산타워 앞. 너 1분이라도 늦으면 죽는다.
Oh my god.
And then she leaves him there in the snow for a little bit.
너 지금 도대체 몇 시야?
그거 내가 할 소리거든? 너 지금 몇 시인 줄 알아? 너 할 일이 그렇게나 없냐?
너 늦으면 죽는다고 했냐 안 했냐?
내가 언제 온다고 했어?
맞잖아.
아 그거야? 설마 혹시나 해서 온 거고. 아 그니까 안 왔으면 어쩔 뻔했는데.
아 어쨌든 왔잖아. 그리고 내가 지금 누구 때문에 이 고생을 했는데 너 뭘 잘했다고 승질이야? 아 추워.
He is such a baby.
Yeah.
일어나. 따뜻한 거라고 또 한 잔 사줄게. 너 몸에서 김나. 일어나. 빨리. 어?
Jesus.
I
Shenanigans! They would think, you want us both to dip over?
갈래. 그냥 갈래.
와.
어때? 내 말이 맞지? 호텔 스카이 라운지에서 먹는 커피랑 똑같잖아.
His hair.
In the manga, it's
Curl.
very curly. It's like very curly in the manga.
It looks like someone like curled his hair with a curling iron and they just left it.
인공위성이야 이 무식한 여자야.
너 바보 아니야? 인공위성이 저렇게 왔냐?
장난하냐? 인공위성이거든?
너한테 그런 소리 듣고 싶지 않거든?
뭐 이 멍청아?
뭐이 멍텅이야.
찔찔이가
네가 더 찔찔하거든?
You guys get the point. I literally could not find a good quality trailer for it, so I was like, I'll just take this clip. So this one is a mouthful. It is Kansayaku Nozaki Shuhei, but it was adapted as The Banker in South Korea, so that's what I'm going to refer to it as from now on. It is a 2019 drama, and there are 32 episodes, so there is quite a lot to sink your teeth into for this. So the plot summary is: No-Daeho is an honest and sincere man. He works as the branch manager of Daehan Bank, which is located in a small city. The branch is soon to be on the shutdown list. Surprisingly, No-Daeho is promoted to an auditor at the bank's headquarters in Seoul. He faces corruption and fights it at the bank. So it's a lot of corporate espionage, a lot of accounting. You know, he's an auditor.
You accounting majors, this is for you.
So a funny one and a serious one.
Yes. Okay, so here's another one that has had at least 2 adaptations that I know of, and it is Itazura na Kiss, or also known as Playful Kiss. And there have been 7 adaptations.
It's insane.
Of this manga. It's a very classic story. If you weren't aware that you saw something like this, maybe when I read the synopsis, you'll be like, oh, that reminds me of that. And it was an adaptation. The Korean version was so popular that a short special edition was aired on YouTube after the series finale. So it is a very popular manga adaptation, especially this K-drama. So the K-drama synopsis is: a ditzy and unpopular Oh Ha-nee is in love with her opposite, Baek Sung-jo, who is a smart and popular boy. Tension rises when Oh Ha-nee writes and delivers her love letter to Baek Sung-jo, which he gives back graded. Embarrassed and heartbroken, Oh Ha-nee goes home only to have her house collapse in on her. As fate would have it, Oh Ha-nee and her father end up being invited to live with Baek Sung-jo and his family.
Oh yeah, she's really stupid. So this is another really popular one. It is Hanakimi, and in Korean, it's adapted as To the Beautiful You. It's a 2012 romantic comedy starring Soo Lee, formerly of FX, rest in peace, and Minho of SHINee. And this is also another one that has a lot of adaptations, not as many as Itazura na Kiss, but there's like a really crappy American one that no one's ever heard of. There's a Japanese one, there's a Korean one, Taiwanese, there's a lot. So, Gu Jae-hee is bullied in school due to her looks and nearly decides to drop out of school. One day, she sees track and field competition on TV and becomes attracted to one of the high jumpers, Kang Tae-jun. She begins to idolize the young athlete and is inspired to participate in sports to stand up against her foes. She eventually transfers to the same school of Tae-jun. There is a catch, however. There's always a catch with K-dramas. Tae-jun attends an all-boys high school, so she cuts her hair and pretends to be a boy. I love it.
그가 날고 있는 걸 보았다. 그와 함께하기 위해 나는 남자가 되었다.
난 남자를 좋아해본 적이 있다.
동그란 일방적인 애정을 스토킹이라고 그러죠. 어떻게 된다고 해도 별 상관없다고요.
사나이 대 사나이로 서로 빨개 벗고 목욕 한번 해보면
난 어째 너가 계속 맘에 걸린다.
이게 태준이 입이고 이게 태준이 입이고 이게 네 입이면 꽝!
The amount of no homo in this is staggering.
The amount of holy shit am I gay freak out in this is, yeah. Okay, next up is Antique Bakery, which was adapted as just Antique. And it is a 2008 comedy thriller movie. Comedy thriller is an interesting genre.
Yeah. It's a good time. I mean, look how fun they all look.
Yeah, they look very spicy, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the synopsis goes: as an heir to the family fortune, Jin Hyuk has money, looks, charm, everything except the love of his life. Sad.
I know.
So he sets up a cake shop where women are sure to come. Brilliant idea.
I know, right?
He hires Sun Woo, a talented patissier who had a crush on Jin Hyuk back in high school, along with an ex-boxing champion, Gi Bom, and a clueless bodyguard, Soo Young. The four unique and handsome young men stir up the quiet neighborhood at their cake shop, Antique. Although seemingly careless and happy, each of the four men have unforgettable pasts that they are afraid to face, but their secrets slowly begin to unravel.
I like that there is an actually like canon gay character in this.
Yeah.
You don't really see it that often in Korean dramas, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Cheeky cheeky mambo, let's dance. Cheeky cheeky mambo, let's dance. The chicken mambo.
내가 왜 케이크 가게를 하냐고요? 손님이 거의 다 여자잖아요.
내가 왔어. 이거 뭐예요?
크렘 브릴레 초콜릿 시럽 밀푀 오프레지. 뭘로 줄까? 이 방면에선 가히 전설의 명인으로 통하시던데요.
월급 빵꾸 내면 바로 신고한다. 사부님, 제자로 받아주십시오.
도련님.
저 멀대가 사장님 보디가드야? 어때?
Oh my god.
지금 해버리죠. 어차피 나중 흑인. 이 자식은 마성의 게이. 사부를 그 정도로
PG-13. He's not just any old homo.
Pas mal du tout.
C'est vrai?
쇼를 해라, 쇼를.
스카우트? 돈이든 몸이든 수단 방법 가리지 말고 사부를 붙여보라고.
게이 부부 같네? 어떤 놈이야? 그딴 말 가르친 게.
To the place where love is mine. Don't be late, I know this time. Train, train, he'll smile as train. Train, train, don't pass that station.
달콤한 남자들이 모인 케이크샵 앤틱.
That is, it's very, very fun.
놀랐어요. 당신이 딱 제 타입이라서.
There's a lot of queer baiting, but it also comes with actually queer people, so
we do love
it's
it.
a lot of queer teasing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in the trailer you saw a kiss between two men, so it's really fun.
So at least that happens.
For sure, that one happens. So our last K-drama is Tramps Like Us. And in Korean, it was adapted as You're My Pet. It is a 2011 romantic comedy movie. And the premise is interesting. I don't recommend anyone try to do this in real life. So, after her fiancé leaves her for his mistress, Ji Yoon-ji is demoted at work. She stumbles across a young, injured homeless man in a box outside her condo. She takes him in and becomes attached to him. As a joke, she says she wants to keep him as a pet, and to her surprise, the young man agrees. She names him Momo after her beloved childhood dog. She provides room and board, and Momo provides unconditional love and loyalty. She struggles with her feelings for her pet, but she needs to keep him a secret from her coworkers, yeah, because that's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Especially her former college classmate, who she has a big crush on. Yeah, don't do this.
Yeah, don't pick up unhoused people that are just like on the side of the road, like you don't know who they are. It's not safe. Just be safe, please.
Yeah, and don't treat them like a pet, like an animal. Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is a funny movie, but in real life, don't do that, please.
Yes.
주인님.
이 집에서 지켜야 할 규칙을 알려주겠다. 밥은 주는 대로 먹어야 하고 부르면 쭈르르 달려와야 하고 잎사귀는 조롱도 부리고 손
진짜 보자 하니까.
You're a liar.
나중에 버림받으면 그 팬만 불쌍하잖아.
와, 신경 쓸게.
대접을 먹고 사는 배시라고.
왜 자꾸 나 불러줘? 먹게 만드는데.
껴줘. Spoilers.
I know, right? This K-drama, whoever did the casting was so spot on. The guy looks so much like the manga counterpart. It is insane. Unlike Boys Over Flowers, the people actually look like what they do in the manga. So,
yeah.
And that's it. That's the end of our presentation. That was fun. A journey through very specific K-dramas.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you liked this, we are Soulmates Podcast. If you didn't like this, we're Emily and Rachel. So, you guys can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/soulmatespodcast.
Again, you can find us on Instagram at Soulmates Podcast.
You can also send us an email, soulmatespodcast@gmail.com.
And if you're interested, you can watch some of our travel videos and food adventures on YouTube, also under Soulmates Podcast.
Yep, the podcast is on iTunes, it's on Spotify, pretty much anywhere podcasts are. You just got to search for Soulmates, spelled like the city in South Korea, because we're smart.
SEOUL.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see you guys hopefully in person next time. Goodbye.
Bye.